The Tube of You and the Book of Face, allegedly. Allegedly, I don't see anything yet, but allegedly, we're a couple of minutes late. I hope nobody minds. Well, there you go. I see us. I see us. Do you see us?
I see us now.
We exist. We really are there. We really, really are there. So, welcome everybody in Viewerland on the Tube of You and the Book of Face. This is Lisa and Anton, and we're here this evening to do some free tarot readings. We like to give back to our community.
So how it works is you ask a question, we pull a card and answer it.
Yep.
In the order they were asked.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're saying hi, that's cool.
Just
but if you
hi.
want a card, say, hi, I want a card.
Yes, hello, I'd like a card. And also, shameless plug, which you're going to hear about 1,000 times tonight from me. You know we're working on Celtica. We're making Celtica a reality. If you're joining us, Gilda, most certainly, you're on the list. If you're joining us on the Tube of You and you can afford to throw us a super chat, doesn't matter what it's for, however much you feel you'd like to chip in there, anything you do will be going directly to our charitable cause to make Celtica a reality. So if you can afford that, yeah, I'm going to nag you all night and say thank you, because it's an opportunity for us to raise a little bit of money. And there you go. So yes, Gilda, you're on the list. And Lisa's studiously working away to make the list there.
Shelley, do you want a card?
My computer keeps going to sleep. I should have plugged it in.
All right, we will.
All right.
You've been sharing about Celtica. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that greatly. Thank you. And thank you.
We just need to find somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
It's all about people, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's finding the right person.
Okay.
Just a quick question. Oh, you love the sound of the chimes. I was going to say they seem to be quite loud. Hopefully,
we're on the porch.
We're on the porch
at the shop, so that we're not in the way of everybody.
Yeah, we're just getting everybody's way.
Because for whatever reason, it's a very popular place tonight.
Oh, we had a ton of stuff arrived. We've just done like an hour-long box opening.
Well, yeah, 40 minutes anyway.
So yeah,
trying to put stuff away. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
But that's all good. So Mike and Gwendolyn are reading tonight. So Michael and Gwendolyn are both in their reading, and Amaryllis is running the store, and
it's chaos ad nausea. Hello, Autumn. Autumn would love a card as well. One thing also, whilst asking for a card, if you have a specific question or focus, obviously, you know, we haven't got time to go into a huge diatribe, you know, but
we'll try to.
But we'll try. If it's an area of focus or a brief question, cut to the chase, because it helps us. It helps us very much. So does
Gilda have a question? Because we're
Gilda just asking for a card, and the fact that she loves the sound of the chimes.
All right. All right. So Terry, I've got you, and you're number 11. So just hang out. We do write everybody down in the order that they ask, and we will get to you. Mm-hmm. All right. So the first card is for Gilda.
And who's going first? You going first?
I'll go first.
You're on first.
Gilda.
Dun dun dun. Save a card, because I can't see.
This is the Seven of Pentacles.
Seven of Pentacles.
So this card is kind of like a 4-letter word. This card is about patience. And a lot of people have a really hard time with patience. So Gilda, I'm going to say that you've planted a lot of seeds. You're focusing on taking care of those seeds. You're working really hard. And be patient with yourself. If you are half as patient with yourself as you are with others, you will find success much more quickly, right? So I know you're working hard. I know you've planted a lot of seeds. I know you've got a lot on your plate. You got a lot to do, but try to be a little patient with yourself, at least half as patient as you are with others, and you will have success.
Patience, eh?
Yeah, if you had him, you'd be a doctor. All right, Joanne.
Joanne, any question for Joanne?
No.
All right, let's see what Joanne gets. You get the 5 of Pentacles. So, I don't know, Joanne, I think this card really indicates to me that you're perhaps carrying baggage that doesn't belong to you, and wearing badges that you think other people expect you to wear, and you're feeling somewhat disenfranchised and somewhat castigated and left out in the cold, so to speak. So look, the dead giveaway with this one is on this card. You'll note that the leopard's got a bell round his neck, and what I'm saying there is that bell. They could hear it just like the wind chimes here, and people would run away and hide because they were that frightened of catching leprosy. So he had this huge stigma he carried around with him. He had to wear this bell so people would run away from him. Who made him wear the bell? You know, who made him wear the bell? So if everybody's that frightened of it, plus
I'm
the
just
fact,
checking to see that people aren't asking.
you're good. I'll
shout out.
I'll
Okay.
keep shouting out. I will. I'll try. I'll try.
Right.
She's derailing me here already.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, just be mindful that you're maybe living up to negative expectations of what you think other people think of you. Eh? Does that make sense?
God no, but okay.
God no, but okay. Just what do you think I am? No,
Right.
see,
Don't live up to other people's expectations.
that's it. Especially negative expectations, or what you perceive to be negative expectations. Find your inner light. Find your inner strength. Find that. Know that you are made of good stuff, and don't let the buggers grind you down. Put the baggage at the lost and found. Yeah, you have a right to be happy. You really do.
All right. Next up is Denise.
All right then.
Denise, Page of Wands. So, you know, they say that experience, you can't get experience without having the situation to gain the experience from. I feel like something is happening that might be a very familiar thing that you can use past experience to move forward with. So, for example, you might be looking to change jobs. You'd like to do the same job that you have all this year's experience doing, but you'd like to do it with different people or a different company that might appreciate you more. So I feel like you're looking forward to a big change, but the change doesn't negate the experiences that you've already had. So you're going to use your experience to grow forward. And I see you being very successful. This is also the Sagittarius card, so something that's happening now will probably really come to light by late fall.
There you go. Gilda says thank you, it resonates. She's trying to be more patient with her little ones. Velcro helps, you know.
It's Anita and
Anita?
That's for you.
Oh, so is this Anita? No, Anita is for me because I have autumn.
Okay.
Is that who it was supposed to be? Did you
No,
write it down?
I'm writing them down in
Okay,
order.
Anita doesn't have another question.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry because I know. Okay, it's all very confusing.
Autumn is number 8.
All right then. There you go. Now we're making some sense. We're making some sense. I love this. The 6 of Wands is a cracking card. So this is definitely use your leadership and influential skills. You are actually highly respected, and I think that's a good thing, because if you're true of heart, and remember the knight never stands so tall except when he kneels to help a child, things are looking good for you, yeah. And I think that's it. So
it's a victory card.
It's very much about coming through and winning the
coming
day,
through,
and
overcoming.
Yep. Being generally victorious.
Beating the enemy.
Yep, absolutely. So all in all, terrific card. And if it's a yes or no, it's an absolute bloody resounding yes.
Okay.
Without doubt.
All right. So
right.
I've got you, Mike. I've got you, John. Do you have anybody else?
Not just yet.
Okay.
No, everybody's
right.
gotten all confused here. I'm not sure YouTube's working right. We'll see.
Well, yeah, YouTube gave us a little trouble this morning when we tried to sign on. It went with this line, and we're like, oh no. All right. So next up is Shelley.
And
my
that's you.
Aquarian partner in time. Shelley, I still have a rock here for you.
Oh God, yeah.
In a bag.
In actual fact, we're in the middle of doing one of these
Crazy
when the
thing.
rocks came in, weren't we, or something like that? I don't know.
Oh gosh. All right, Shelley. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. I think that we all are guilty of worry. I got you, Livia. Okay. I think we're all guilty of worry. And Aquarians especially, because, not for nothing, but they kind of can see the pitfalls, and they can see what what might happen to derail somebody, but you can't always inform the person because they don't always want to listen. So I'm going to say that if there is a situation that's keeping you up at night, kind of look within yourself and figure out how you can present information to make the other people think it was their idea, that they're not really like taking your advice, they're just having a chat with you, and by doing that they've come to this fantastic realization. If not, I think you're going to lose a lot of sleep at someone else's expense.
No, that's never good. Never good.
And I us Aquarians, we are carriers of worry, but it's not. It's like this intense planning.
So you say. So you say.
Try really hard to get to use your charm to make them think it was their idea.
Who we got now?
Nessa.
Hello, Nessa. No question?
Nope. I've got Livia. And Anita says, thank you, that's a wonderful reading, and she donated right before the live. Okay.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so very much. This is very kind of you. We appreciate that greatly. So, yeah, Queen of Wands. Pretty darn good card, actually, this. I like this card because this really indicates, Nessa, the old soul nature going on there. And I think I wouldn't be the first person to tell you you're a bleeding old soul. I think you know that. There's much magic in this card. There's much magic. If you know, everything is magical if only we have the eyes to see it, and I think good students of the magical arts are the ones who look and look again and then look again. So I think really, you know, ponder a little more, go a little deeper, dig a little deeper. Don't just take things at face value, and remember, everything is not as it appears, nor is it necessarily otherwise. But
that's but look again. People are probably laughing at me because I'm rubbing my knee, but I can't.
Well, you know, they can't see your knee. It's all right. You're allowed to rub your knee. It hurts. It's all good.
Sorry.
But this is. I love this card. I think that little black cat you're familiar there has got great wisdom for you too. So there's much here, and I see this very much about a great card of your own personal spiritual development, Nessa. That's what I feel for you.
All right, Maria, I've got you. Stephanie, I've got you. We are on card number 7, and you guys are 17 and 18. Do you have anybody over there?
Nope, still just Gilda and Autumn. I think it's showing strange numbers here and not working.
YouTube is having a night.
Is throwing a wobbly.
So I'm up next for Pamela, a health reading.
Okay. We can do that.
All right. 5 of Swords. When we look in the books, this card usually stands for a hollow victory. And 5s are struggle.
Can be.
And what I'm going to say about this is sometimes we self-sabotage, right? We know what we're supposed to be doing to take care of ourselves, or we know what's suggested for us to have in our routine or our food or whatever it is, but then stress and habits continually kind of overcome what we're supposed to be doing. So I think your key to cutting through and reaching success is the ability to not let the stress override advice anymore, right? If someone has said, in order to achieve good health, you need to do X, Y, Z, but your routine is kind of filling you with ABC, you have to try to at least get to the middle somehow. So I don't foresee this being a life-threatening problem. I don't foresee this being a long-term problem unless you don't make any effort to really try to change what you need to do. And I think this is going to be one of the biggest challenges because 5s are challenges. Okay. Next up is Autumn.
Autumn has a question. Let me see what Autumn's question was. I'd like to know about work, career, what should I do? Should I stick with what I'm doing or do something else? Should I stay or should I go now?
I think that the grass got mowed today.
I believe he did. I think that is the case. Oh, isn't it? I love this bloody card.
Oh,
and he
well,
is so apt and appropriate for the
Six
question.
of Swords.
Six of Swords, so apt and appropriate for the question. This does indicate a move, and certainly a move from troubled waters into smoother waters. Yet there's a big ass caveat with this, all right? And I think if you look, having 6 swords stuck through the hull of your boat may not be an absolutely ideal situation, really. You might be needing to bail out a little more frequently than you thought. So I think whenever I see this card, and you know, I get the thing that sticks with me, which is things would be so much better if. We've always got the so much better if.
Grass is greener on the other
things
side.
would be so much better if I lived in France, or I started a new job in Italy, or something, or I moved somewhere else. But wherever you go, you're going to be there too. So I would ask that you really do a little bit of soul searching here, Autumn, and see how you feel about you, okay? Are you comfortable in your own skin? Are you like wanting to jump because you feel like you're not getting the recognition you deserve? Is there something you could do? Do you love what you do, but you feel what you do doesn't love you?
Yeah,
Does it bring you joy? Is it what you want? Is it what you want? Will this new opportunity for you lead you to what you're looking for? And I think that's it. And honestly, so many of us wind up stuck in a situation where we think we know what we want, but we don't really know what we want. We haven't quite figured it out. We're pretty sure of what we don't want, but we're not quite clear on what we do want. So what's a good idea is to actually sit down and just work out or write out what you think the key things are within your ideal job. And I think that could be a really, really good exercise for you to do. So certainly this does indicate a move from troubled waters into calmer waters, which I think is good. So I do think, it might be on the cards. It just might. But it's more about you, because wherever you go, you're going to be there too.
You're going to be there too.
You're going to be there too. So just take that, into the equation if that helps, Autumn. Hope it does.
So I'd like to also say now, because there are quite a few people watching,
right,
that when people come together for one of these lives,
yes,
many times the readings speak to other people who are listening as well. In other words, there becomes kind of like this theme or this energy that everybody can gain from by listening. So Laura, I've got you. Louise, right. I've got you.
Before you get into the next reading, I got some people to add. We've got Kai Ice. We have Gloria, and we have Carmen, who are all looking for.
Okay.
And some people have, and we have Plink also, I guess, asking as well.
All right.
Although Plink hasn't actually asked a question, so
you don't have to. You can just ask for a card.
So right. just to be cheeky, if you're on the Tube Review, if we can, if you can find it in your heart to throw us a super chat, we're doing our best to make
build
Celtic
our profile and
make Celtica a reality. So this is an opportunity for us to scrounge a few donations for that. If you feel that way inclined, that would be wonderful.
I'm up for Marianne.
Marianne, off you go then.
Marianne, the Hanged Man. This is kind of like the school of hard knocks, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And many times we've got the knowledge, we've got the energy, we've got the positive perspective and outlook, but circumstances keep, happening that are beyond our control. So I'm going to say, for whatever your question was or card that you wanted, I'm going to say continue. Even though there might be some small setbacks, you are still, in the long run, making progress. So I do see you learning something very soon that will allow you to really start to move forward without maybe so many big, stresses or things that make you step back. All right? So keep with it, stick with it, and listen to what your guides are telling you. Don't give up. You will succeed. All right, Anton, you're up for cat.
Gilda, thank you so much for the super chat. That's hugely kind of you. Appreciate it greatly. All right, so I've got Kat. Does Kat have a question?
No questions for any of these.
No questions. All right, let's see. All right,
well, there's
Kat.
a couple, but I wrote it
Okay,
down.
all right, because I know quite a few of my people have asked questions, so I'm going to have to scroll back and I'll scroll back and find out whoever it is. So it's 2 of Wands. This is an interesting card, I think, Kat. It's ostensibly, if anybody would look at this, they think, oh, you've got it going on. You've so got it going on. Up on the ramparts of a beautiful Italianate villa. You've even got a ploughed field down the bottom here by, in your expansive gardens, indicating even more potential. There's good sort of mercantile fecundity, for want of a better word. Lots of abundance in this card. You've got the whole damn world in your hands. But the but. And the but cancels out everything that goes before it. Behold the underlying truth. This character's looking away to the left, which means we're looking kind of wistfully out to sea. It's an unresolved emotional issue that's still bearing there. Not quite been grounded out yet. Not quite. Because you notice the one wand is up in the air. The other one's grounded and anchored down. This one's a bit up in the air. So just be careful not to drag the past into the present here, which I think you have got a danger of doing. Just because things have gone pear-shaped in the past doesn't mean they're going to go pear-shaped now. I think for you, trust is a big issue. I don't know why. I'm just using my intuition at this point.
Oh, hang on 1 second.
Yeah?
Pam, I just want to say to you that the best way to find out how is to find somebody who's already done it and ask them how they did it. Sorry. She said she has to leave, so.
Oh, okay. All right, then. That's fine. So yeah, trust is something that I know. They've got to earn my trust back. I get that, but if it's a new situation, trust is something that has to be paid forwards, because otherwise you're going to find yourself in a Mexican standoff from the get-go. They don't trust me, I don't trust them. Oops. So I don't know. There's lots going on. This is a good card. It's not a bad card, but maybe just do a little bit of soul searching, go back into your past, find out what it is that you're still, smarting a little bit. And I think it's quite deeply repressed inside yourself. So it's a bit loud. Some dude with a Scooby-Doo, as they say in England. So yeah, that would be my advice for you.
All right.
All right.
I'm up next for Terry, and I see this one is sticking out.
Oh, well, that must be Terry's.
Terry, you have the same card as Shelley.
It's all good.
But I know you're not an Aquarian. I think you're a Sagittarian. So, Terry, I think for you, there's something going on about trying to maintain the status quo. Sometimes a lot of things change around us, and we want to make changes too. But for some reason we feel that we aren't allowed to change, because so many things have changed around us that maybe we feel people need for us to stay the same. And I get that would be great for them if you made no changes, but would it really be great for you? So again, I think about finding some middle ground and working out a way for you to implement the things that you want to grow into or work towards, and somehow not upset the apple cart or gain acceptance for those who are so desperate to have no changes happen. So it's like somehow having to avoid worrying about doing what you want, gaining freedom somehow. And I hope this is making sense. So just do your best, make the changes slowly, and find allies who will help you to help others adjust to your new way. Hope that helps.
Just can you run through, oh, hang on, because folks are getting a little confused. I think what's the problem is, what you can't see is we're live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So we've got a list of people. You are on the list. They're going, is this my reading? I'm confused. No, we'll tell you when it's your reading. We've got an order. We're going in order that it's received. So please,
right.
Yeah, just.
So yes, Eileen, you're on the list. You're number 25. Joshua, that just signed up over here, is number 28. And you're up next with Lynn.
Lynn? Okay. Lynn, a question? No question?
I've got Eileen, I got Jamae, I got Joshua, got you all. It's all good.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've missed anybody. We're getting you on the list, I promise, all right? Ha! So, as Lisa was saying earlier, it tends to develop sometimes that there is a theme appears.
This like mind of oversoul energy.
There's the collective energy that we get as we're all working together and people's questions are coming in.
So yeah, listen to other people's answers because it may help you too.
So this is the second time this is pulled up, and the 2 of Wands again. This is something coming about. This for who have I got? What's her name? Sorry, Lynn. This for Lynn, I read as a slightly different situation because the other one was
I had Shelley and Terry. So.
That was, should I stay or should I go now with regard to a job? And I don't see this as a career issue for you, Lynn. I'm feeling this is, I don't know. It's still stuff that is not quite resolved, but I do see stuff very much in the case of where it's coming. It's more than just an idea now. It's more than just I really should, I really should maybe get round to whatever. You're actually starting to assemble what's necessary to move into that process. I think you're starting to gather your thoughts, and you're moving now into the planning phase of it, which I think is really good. But there's still things to resolve. It's not all quite grounded out yet. We've still got that a little bit up in the air thing, and we're still maybe not quite totally convinced emotionally of where we're going.
The world is your oyster.
But the world is your bloody oyster, without doubt. And I would draw your attention again to the ploughed field down here. There's tremendous potential here. So if this is like a business venture or something you're thinking about, or broadening the scope of your existing business, or taking on more responsibility, I think you're well up for the gig. Just got to get your ducks in a row a little bit, but it's going in the right direction.
All right. Okay. I'm next up with Jillian.
Could you add Victoria for me, please? Yep. And I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. If I'm screwing this up, I'm going to say Nien Britlitz. Nine Britlitz. I'm sorry. It's too many umlauts, and I'm from Birmingham, England, and so I have enough trouble with my own language.
So this is Jillian. Jillian, your card is the Page of Swords. Lynn says thanks. Oh, okay, cool. Jillian, I think you're cutting through the crap. I think you've had enough.
Oh.
You've had enough.
Page
of Swords. You've had enough now, and you're just going to put your foot down and cut some people off at the knees. I know that sounds brutal, but I think you've been maybe overly kind or overly patient, or just enough's enough. So I'm not trying to create create a monster here, but I think that you're going to find delightful ways to tell people enough's enough. And no matter what you're telling them, if you do it with a smile, maybe you'll feel better. But
that's an English trait, that.
But definitely, Don't take any more crap from anybody. It's time to not take any more crap from anybody. So, Jillian, I hope that helps.
That's it. Use that tact and diplomacy, the charm. You can tell them to go to hell so well that they're actually looking forward to the trip.
Exactly.
Can we add Sparkle to the list as well, please? All right. And Plink, I got you on the list. You asked earlier, so if you're, I'm pretty sure I got you on the list.
Yeah.
I don't know if you asked the question, but I got you on the list. So.
Sue is watching. Good afternoon.
Hello, Sue. Good afternoon.
Do you want a card? All right, you're up next with Mike, and he has a health question.
Mike has a health question. All right, well, let's go digging for Mike and see what we can see. Yeah. I think actually your biggest issue, Mike, is you're letting people sap your energy away. I know that sounds really... It's got a...
Five of Swords again.
Five of Swords. Has this come up before?
Yeah,
Five of Swords?
I had it before.
Yeah, I think people are... You know what? It's like... Stress is a killer. It really, really is. And I think stress can come about where you feel like you can't affect any change. You're not working towards any change. You're not winning over in the situation. You find yourself gridlocked, and that is where I think that head of pressure comes. And stress is a really bloody bad thing for us. I think honestly, Mike, you need to lower your stress level, and I think not allowing people to suck away your energy, not allowing people to win those little victories over you, because I think there's people in your periphery
credit for your work, all those kind of things.
Yeah, they're not being as supportive and helpful to you as perhaps they could be, and they're pushing your buttons, frankly. So I think, learn to disengage. I think that's very important. Learn to disengage. Learn to disconnect the wiring to the doorbell so they can't run up and press it in the middle of the night and run away, kind of thing. Keep your own station, keep your own sovereignty, honor yourself, and maybe practice a little bit of mindfulness, particularly focusing on your breathing and heart rate, and try to get yourself to a place of peace and calm internally. Work on that. Maybe do some guided meditation work or something like that, because I think we need to bring down your stress level, and I think that's where the root cause is. And if we can do that, you naturally will trend towards wellness. I do believe that would be. I hope that helps, Mike.
Yep. And Sue, I did write you down for a card, so I'm up next with another Sag. I have John.
Mike a Sag?
No.
Know.
Terry was a Sag.
Oh, all right. I don't know. I don't know, Mike. I've no idea who he is.
I'm funny. I'll remember a person's zodiac sign before I remember their name. All right. So this is for
it's
John.
Neon. Oh, thank you. That's.
All right. John, King of Cups. I think that I need to remind you that you are very intuitive. And that if you have an inkling that somebody may be a little economical with the truth, that's probably the truth, right? So you just have this way of kind of sizing people up, not judging and not being nasty, but you kind of know when you shake their hand and they're speaking to you, they're saying something different than they're really thinking. You kind of have that way of sizing people up or understanding their ethic, and I think somebody has probably left out some key details or isn't really telling the whole truth.
Perhaps being economical with it.
Yeah, that's what I said, being economical with the truth. So I think that it's okay to trust your gut. You've got really good intuition, and yeah, you're right. So proceed with caution and get them to pony up.
Pony up! I love it.
All right.
Can we just have a recap of the order of people, because people are still getting confused.
We are now on number 16.
Okay.
We have Livia, Maria, Stephanie, Laura, Louise, Kai, Ice, Gloria, Carmen, Clink, Eileen, Jemay, Robert,
Plink.
P.
P.
All right. Plink,
Yep.
Eileen, Jemay,
Or
Robert, Joshua Victoria Neon Blinklets.
Neon. She says neon's fine. I'm making a big assumption. I don't know if it's it.
Sparkle, Sparkle, and Sue.
Okay. There you go. Hopefully that makes sense.
So we're up to 32.
All right. Hold on. We're going to add some more. We got Taylor W. would like a card added to the list. Zach would like a card and has a specific question. And John says hi. John, if you need a card, just holler.
Unless, of course, that was John the Sage I just read for.
I don't know. Yeah.
That was his card I just read.
Okay.
So he's moved over to YouTube.
He's on YouTube as well. Well, John, if you're on there, give us a super chat, mate. We love that. All right.
Oh, Mike, the fixed signs have been getting beat up pretty good lately.
Oh, ain't it?
Give us a couple more days. We'll be on into Leo.
There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it isn't the end of a.
So we have room to take 6 more requests because we're already on number 34, but we are currently working on number 16, which is Livia.
Livia has a question, no question. Livia, here I go again, another losing battle. Okay, but there's nothing here you can't handle. Yeah, you're still breathing, you're still standing. You might be a little bruised and battered, but nobody's breached your defenses as yet. Okay, so yeah, sometimes things are hard, and I know this last, I want to say, couple of weeks really has been extraordinarily difficult emotionally, especially if you're a fixed sign. As Lisa was saying, the fixed signs have been very much through the mill. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, but you're still breathing. You're still there. But the one thing I would say is, if you're continually preparing for war, it's difficult to know peace. So sometimes, choose your battles. Choose when to engage, because all of this is going to take energy away from you. All of this is going to, put a damper on you and pull away from your reserves, which are, frankly, well depleted.
Olivia's
right now.
Aquarius, that's fixed air.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you've been things are a bit depleted
couple
right
of weeks,
yeah.
Man.
Just stick with it. You'll be all right. You're still breathing. You've got this. There's nothing you can't handle here. But choose your battles wisely, I would say at this point. Yeah, definitely. All right.
Next up,
gosh, you've got a ton of people watching now.
Maria.
So I said Taylor, right, and
Zach
and Leah DT. I think Leah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah. All right.
So this is Maria's card.
Okay, that's you then for Maria. Oh, second time.
The third time for
third
the
time?
Nine of Swords.
Oh,
yep,
God.
Shelley had it, Terry had it, and
Oy.
now Maria. Maria, for you, I think yours is kind of like trying to figure out a puzzle. So I don't necessarily think that you're worrying. I think you are acting, like you are moving, you are shaking, you are doing. But it's almost like become a frantic kind of energy because there's deadlines and puzzle pieces to find, and so even when you do allow yourself to lie down and go to sleep or try to disconnect, then your mind thinks of another great idea to fix another puzzle piece, and like you wake up and you jot it down, or you start going on that tangent. So I'm thinking you're in a place where even your tangents are having tangents. But we have to keep in mind that 9 is a good card. 9 is, I'm on number 17.
No, you keep going. I was just counting.
That 9 is a good card. 9 is a good number, sorry. And that you will get where you're going. But I might suggest that you drink some chamomile tea or something that will put you into a deeper sleep.
Yeah, I need
so
rest.
that you do get that recharge to finish all the jobs that you have.
Kai, hang in there. We're getting to you. There's only like three people, I think.
1, 2, 3 more ahead of Kai.
Yeah, 3 more ahead of you, Kai.
So you're up for Stephanie.
Hang fire. All right, Stephanie. Stephanie, question? No question?
But I will let you know if there is.
Thank you. I'm feeling this must be Stephanie's card. Ooh, the 4 of Cups. Interesting, this one. You've got a lot of things, and there's something else being offered to you, but you seem a little bit recalcitrant as whether to accept.
Recalcitrant.
I'm sorry, that's a word I've not used before tonight.
It's a big word.
Well, yeah, it's beyond reluctant. it's a her. Yes, I think you're somewhat entrenched in that. But you know, growth is never without risk and seldom without pain. It is, you know, there has to be that element of vulnerability when the seed breaks the shell of the husk of the seed. You know, when the plant breaks through that, it's immensely vulnerable. It's all protected in that. But sometimes if we're going to go anywhere, you know, we've got to pop our head over the parapet. And I think, yeah, it's something that you're reluctant to, in fact, beyond reluctant to do, I think. But it's being offered to you. So it isn't necessarily as bad as you think it is. I have to say that. But I still feel it's part of that emotional discombobulation that has been floating around for the last couple of 3 weeks. I think it's been a tough time. So deep breath, you know, and just center yourself. Maybe just bring yourself back to that place of peace and power, and it's okay. It's actually a good thing. Maybe you're resisting something which is good for you at the moment, is what I would suggest.
All right, I'm up next with Laura C.
I'm sorry if I'm shouting, by the way, everybody.
Well, we're trying to talk over the cars. There's loudness, yeah. Laura.
What you got?
The Hanged Man.
Shane on.
Now, again, even though it's the same card, it's a different person's question, or a different person's card. For you, I'm thinking this has to do with reinvention or resurrection or renewal. So, where before I said this was about 2 steps forward, 1 step back. This for you, I feel, is the equivalent of having been banging around in a dark room with a tiny flashlight. And every once in a while you stumble onto something you can really use, and you think, oh, that's great, I'm going to put that in my tool belt. But just about now, I think, is daybreak. I think that the whole entire room is going to be lit up, and you're going to see the worth of all of the tools at your disposal and make some kind of big leap forward.
Enlightenment, eh?
Yeah.
It's always good, isn't it? Who we got now?
Now you're up with Louise, and then I have Kai.
All right, Kai's got a question.
So this is for Louise.
Louise, King of Swords. This guy, to me, he's the King of Solomon, renowned for being, you know, the judge, if you will, the person with excellent judgment. You know, 2 women, 1 baby, each claimed to be the mother. He said, "Fine, cut the child in 2, give them half each." And one woman went, "Oh no, don't do that. Let him please have the baby." And he said, you be the real mother, you get the baby. And well played. You know, so yeah, understand good judgment comes from bad experiences, but bad experiences come from poor judgment. So there's that necessity to learn, and so long as you learn from your less than perfect judgment, it's good. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the process.
There's an interesting theme with a lot of people tonight.
There is.
To just be able to say, it's okay to say no.
It is.
I'd like to do it my way.
To establish that boundary. You know, you don't need to set yourself on fire to keep somebody else warm. You don't. You know, you are the most precious thing you have. Without you, you can do nothing. You can do nothing. So you know, bring yourself into the equation when you're working out your judgment. And I think to not do so is bad judgment. Yeah, and you will suffer as a result of that. So, you know, swords divide. Remember that. Sometimes it's necessary to divide and conquer. If it's the enormity of the situation, break it down into smaller pieces. If it's a difficult thing where, you know, people are playing against you, separate them. Separate yourself from this bedlam, if you will. So divide and conquer, but this is all about good judgment. So hopefully you can use it.
So what is Kai's question?
Hold on, let me go now, because she has, it's a little while back. Let's have a look. We will find it, just a minute. Kai asked, I guess she's in a relation. Does Justin really love me? Will he change? Should I stay? Should I go? And she doesn't know whether he's being necessarily entirely trustworthy. What you got?
The Hermit.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to say to you that leopards don't change their spots. And the Hermit is really focused on the details. So pay attention, pay close attention. This is also a card that represents the sign of Virgo, and Virgo likes to examine. The relationship may be very karmic, meaning that you may feel that he makes you feel very special. You may feel very drawn to him. There may be underlying reasons as to why you are together. But if there is something that's bothering you now, the longer you're together, the more it will bother you, right? So if it's some just little tiny habit that bugs you, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bug you more and more if there isn't a real reason for you to be together. So, you know, stick it out for as long as you think you should. But if you are, if you're not happy, there's not going to be changes from the other party that are going to make you happy. So use your wisdom.
It's basically, it's down to you.
Yeah.
it's
right.
Down to
Claudia,
you.
yes, I will let you go on the list. You're number 36.
Fairy V on the list also.
37.
So
we have three places left.
Got three
and
places. Three places left.
On
and
number
who we got?
22.
And
Gloria.
Hey Gloria, let's see where you at. Let's have you a question.
She was one of mine, so probably not, right? Oh no, she was one of yours.
Did, yeah. May I request Arena? I don't. What creative skills, talent do I have? Can't seem to figure it out. Good question. Let's have a look. I knew you'd ask something in there, Gloria. I do apologise. Oh man, this is such a cool card.
She's a great multitasker. I'll say that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, you know what,
yep,
you actually need more challenge, Gloria. I know that sounds ridiculous. Because it looks like there you are having to play whack-a-mole and back everything down.
Yeah. Like guacamole?
Whack-a-mole, you know, but it's like guacamole. It's a game.
I love you. Oh God.
It's like whack-a-mole, but only quicker.
Oh yeah.
So you have to
and more life-threatening.
So, yes, there we go. But you literally are towering over this. You've got this. I just want to point out two things. Oh yeah, really? You think? Should I mention that? Are you saying, yeah, nurse? Okay. Well, I think you need more challenge, and I think you're ready for more responsibility, and I think you thrive a little bit on crisis. But I do think that somehow, I feel more for you in your creative ability. You're extremely good at crisis management. That might sound kind of crazy, and you also are naturally creative. And I think footwear is jumping out here. That might sound really crazy, but the person you'll notice has got a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other.
Yeah.
And this tends to indicate for me somebody that's moving from more of like, I know this sounds terrible, like a blue collar worker who's a very manual labor into more like managerial or strategic, in the sort of working out what goes, so hence the footwear changes a little bit, but you do thrive a little bit on chaos, so embrace that, use that to your advantage,
Multitasker, great in a crisis.
They are, absolutely fantastic. So what I would do with you, Gloria, I would say is take a blank piece of paper, write down what time you want to get out of bed in the morning, what time you want to go to bed at night, divide the waking hours into hours, and then write down at least one interaction you have for each hour. And you'll be surprised. Don't say, oh, I couldn't possibly do that, or I'm not qualified, or I couldn't figure that out, or I haven't got enough money. Take all of that off the table. Just use your imagination. Let your imagination run riot, that in itself is honoring your creativity. And then when you get to the end of it, revise it as many times as you want. You've written your perfect day, and believe it or not, that is your job description. That is what you should be doing. That will bring you. You said, yes, I think really fast and come up with solutions when there's limited time. There's your talent. There's your talent. So, you know, if it's a complete change of ship for you, so be it.
Be an ER nurse then.
Yeah, be emergency medicine. Something, air medic or something. I don't know.
God, no, I don't know about that. But...
Well, you know, maybe I don't know. We've got three more people. If we can get them on.
Two.
Oh well, you're gonna have to.
I'll do three, but then that'll be the end of the list.
All right. So we have Jackie, we have Rada, and we have Andre. Andre is from Portugal. So there you go. So thank you for joining us all the way from Portugal.
That's it, because it's already 6:30 and we're way
we
behind.
Started a tiny little bit late.
Not that much. You have to talk quicker.
I'll speak quicker. It's your turn.
Or you have to say more important things in more concise manners.
Be like Yoda. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm up for Carmen.
Carmen, it's your turn. Okay.
Did Carmen have a question? Because you said your people had questions.
Did Carmen have a question? Let me have a look back.
And yes, Pam, I got you. So we are on number 24 of 41.
Carmen might have had a question, but they've retracted the message. So if you're still with us, Carmen, we're just going to give you a general reading. So.
All right, Carmen. This is the wonderful card of being able to exhale and relax and know that things are going the way they're supposed to. So if you've been waiting and waiting for something, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen big in the way you want it to. It's a very positive card. Okay.
Gloria, you're really welcome.
All right, Plink.
It's either Plink or Pink. I can't see if it's two eyes or twos. Time to breathe, kid. All right, I think this is the time to exhale card.
Oh, that's the one I just put down.
You just pulled that one too?
You didn't hear what I was saying. Yep. Okay.
I'm trying to say.
That's okay. That's for you.
See, I'm not paying any attention.
No, but you read it the way you read it, because that's awesome.
It is. I think there's probably been a bunch of stress, but there's an awful lot. You know, you need a bunch of crap at the bottom of your pond to grow some beautiful water lilies. Nothing good's going to come from a pristine, sparkling brook. It's just simply transporting the water. It might be beautiful to look at, but you're not going to grow anything there. This, you're going to grow some beautiful stuff. So it is, you know, but it's all about learning to breathe and learning to you know, not necessarily go with the flow, but even facilitate the flow to a certain degree. And remember, there are 5 streams here, not 4, what Arthur Waite said. There are 5 streams. Spirit is key. That spirit, inspiration, yeah? Ysbrydoliaeth, as they say in Welsh.
Really, you need that in this reading?
I just had to. I had to. But it says it all. It's really, you know, what of yours? I see a spirit. What of your spirit? Where is it?
What of your spirit?
What of your spirit?
All
Think about that.
Gosh, all right. Eileen.
All right.
Again, this card has come up. This is the 9 of Wands.
Second time.
Eileen, for you, I think it's about boundaries and showing that there are consequences for crossing a boundary. You know, when we're raising children and we give them an ultimatum and we say, if you do that, this is going to happen, right? Don't do that, or, you know, you're going to be punished. And then we don't punish them, they don't learn. So if somebody has been continually crossing a line that you've redrawn over and over and over, and now, you know, you don't have another place to retreat to, you're really going to need to show them the line, and you're going to make them toe that line so that you don't have to suffer anymore. So set your boundaries and set consequences for crossing that boundary, and stick to it no matter how difficult it is.
All right, perfect. Jemay, any question for Jemay?
No, I'll let you know if there's a
All right. Jemay. I think fear plays too big a part in your life. This is a very maligned card. We're not here to do a tarot analysis, but this card means way more than a lot of people do. But when they see the devil, for most people, it's like, oh, evil, fear, you know, scary, scary, scary. And yet, it doesn't have to be that way. Fear generally stems from a lack of understanding. Seriously. And when you understand what it is that you're dealing with, when you actually dig a little deeper, when you analyze what it is that you're actually facing, it ain't so scary. I mean, fear is a wonderful thing. I mean, it keeps us alive, you understand. It's that automatic response to a stressful situation to have us engage the threat or get the hell out of there. It's good. So don't try and lock your fear away and stamp on it. Maybe embrace it more and understand what it's doing for you, and really ask yourself, is it appropriate to be fearful in this situation? Because stress is like low-grade fear, if that makes sense. It's like, something I can't control, and I'm all angsty about it. So I really think if you analyze what it is you're looking at, that's gonna evaporate. That's going to evaporate, and you are going to be free to move forwards.
All right.
I'm trying to go quicker because we've got a ton of people
because
to
if
go
you
through.
Explain each card.
I know.
Just have to give the reading. I know it's tempting.
Beat me. Just beat me. I can't help it. I'm too verbose. I'm from England.
All right. This is for Robert, and it's Robert's birthday today. So.
Oh, happy birthday, Robert!
Birthday. And.
I would sing, but I'd scare you.
Robert. The Ten of Pentacles.
Hey, not a bad card,
Wealth,
mate.
health, and happiness. So. This card's interesting in that it's the only card she signed at the top. So it is a mirror, and I think that whatever's bothering you about someone else may be because you haven't kind of fixed that bit within yourself. So, if you're feeling stuck or rejected or hurt or just not in balance, think of why that person is making you feel that way, and think if there's something you could do from within yourself to rectify the situation. So I'm really thinking that whatever's going on is a mirroring, and it took me a really long time to understand that, but I do think that it could be looked into and could help you. That sometimes things that other people are doing that upset you are mirroring something you're doing that really is upsetting yourself.
Right. We're still working down the list, people. If you're on the list, if we've mentioned you, we've got you. If you're asking just now, read off.
I'll read off the list. Joshua, Victoria, Neon, Sparkle, Sue, Taylor, Zach, Lisa, Claudia, Leah, Claudia, Fairy, Pam, Jackie, Rada, Andre. End of story.
Yeah, anybody after Andre, we haven't got time for tonight. Yet, Sparkle, you're on the list. You are definitely. Victoria are on the list. Jeanette, unfortunately, it's going to have to be next time because we're going to be way over time at this point. There's only a limit to what we can physically do. Okay, my turn. Who we got next? Victoria. All right. And does Victoria have a question?
Oh, no,
Who you got?
I just did Robert, and it was his birthday. You have Joshu.
Josh? Okay, Joshu, and no question. This card is 3 times tonight?
I don't know anymore.
The 5 of Swords. I know I've had it, and I think you had it once. So this is the 3rd time this card's coming up. This is somebody's trying to get over a hollow victory on you.
Joshua Sorrell.
Joshua, a question?
No question.
No. So, but it is only a hollow victory. It is extraordinarily temporary. Don't capitulate. Don't just fall over in a heap and throw your hands to the heavens, going, "Oh, I can't cope anymore." Or just it's all too much to have a fit of the vapors. Just take it, shake it off, walk it off. There's no crying in baseball. Just walk it off, kind of thing, and reevaluate, regroup, and it'll be okay. It's only temporary. It's a mere setback. Okay, it is not the end of the game by any stretch of imagination. So just regroup. It's losing a battle isn't losing the war. Understand that. And I don't think you've lost the battle either. I think it's just you feel like you're in a weak and defenseless position, and you're not. Truthfully. All right.
I have Victoria.
All right. Is it Victoria or Vittoria? Do we have both?
I don't know. It's a name that you told me.
It's Vittoria. Vittoria, sorry. So Vittoria does have a question. When it comes to my turn, my question is, what does the tarot want to reveal to me? So there you go. Pretty sure that's it.
Two of Pentacles. That it is possible to pay attention to two things at once if you have that kind of muscle memory, right? So to me, this is a card, the minor arcana magician. So it's a card of performing a kind of magic within your daily life. You know, like working full-time and taking care of a child, or working full-time and going to school, or working full-time and working part-time, or, you know, whatever these two things are that are both equally important. My goodness, the traffic's loud tonight. But I think the cards wanted you to know that you are magical, and you should remember that. All right.
Alrighty.
Neon.
Neon, this is the person whose name I completely mangled. Have you a question? Let me just whiz back real quick. And don't think so, looking at it. Oh, love advice. Yes, okay. You did ask a question.
So, neon and love.
All right. I feel this one. Ooh. Nice one. Yeah. Well, things are not as they appear necessarily, nor are they otherwise necessarily, but certainly not as they appear. So this is a card that really indicates that there's that give and take, that ebb and flow, that learn and teach, that assimilate and pass on. There's so much going on in this card. It's fantastic. But how does this relate to love? Notice.
Don't allow yourself to date a stupid person. You won't be happy.
Oh God, no! Do not. Do not. No. She sits between the pillars of those two pillars, Boaz and Yakin, the builders of the Temple of Solomon, the pillars of severity and mercy. She has learned to wrangle all of these incredible energies. She realizes the concept of God is way too big to fit into mere religion. She's got everything going on here. You have huge thoughts. Okay, you do not need somebody who's into tits, beer, and NASCAR. You need somebody who's on your intellectual and spiritual equal. Okay, do not settle for less. You will be deeply dissatisfied.
Sparkle, Sparkle, do they have a question?
Sparkle, Sparkle, I don't think has a question. I think just, what do we know? What can we tell them? I will just quickly check. Oh, no, they do. How is our feeling about me? Hey, listen, somebody sent us a $50 super chat. Thank you so very, very, very much. That's hugely sweet and kind of you.
I'm wonderful.
Thank you, Joshua.
Oh.
I just got to say this because Joshua, I don't know whether it's Lisa or I did your reading, but they said thank you. I was waiting to hear a key word. I haven't lost the battle or the war. I truly do appreciate the confirmation. No, and we really appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. It's every penny of it's going towards Celtica. Sorry, dive in.
Can you remind me of the question again?
What does R feel about me?
Oh, look, the Hermit card. Now, I've had this before, and you remember what I said, that the relationship may be very karmic. In this case, I think that both of you pay way too much attention to detail, and you miss out on celebrating things. So I'm going to say that whatever you say to them, they understand and think is the truth. So be mindful about how many details you give, because you may be overwhelming the relationship. And I do think that they're very interested and that you have piqued their curiosity. And I think there is a spiritual connection. And I think that you should continue to invest in this relationship. Sue.
All right. Sue, question for Sue? Not really.
No question.
Not that we know.
Nope.
Not a bad card, Sue. Not a bad card. We got you the Four of Wands. This is kind of interesting. This is very much about celebration of partnership. Could indicate a marriage, but there's a lot going on in this card. So if you are, involved in a relationship, this actually does indicate the need to maintain your own identity and not be sort of just sucked in and what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the Borg. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. That's the word. Do not be assimilated by the relationship. Allow yourself to be your person. Be who you truly are. Coming to America, what music do you like? What music do you like? Sis, no. Be yourself, okay? Partnerships are about shared experiences, not total just, I'll do everything the other person wants me to do and be everything the other person wants me to be. Be yourself. It is so important. And this is super important as well. I'm noticing this bridge here. Avo ben bid bont. He who would be a leader, must first be a bridge. And bridges are what gets you to the other side. And they bridge gulps and differences and all sorts of things like that. So work on that, okay? That's kind of key and important, all right?
All right, I have Taylor.
Okay, Taylor has...
She's one of yours, so...
I'll see if Taylor has a question.
I think we need to give the name and the subject so you don't have to go back because we could have done a reading this time.
Taylor may be on the list here. Thank you for adding me. Taylor does not have a question.
All right. Taylor's answer is the Page of Cups. Taylor... Right now for you, it's all about discernment. What should you listen to and what is misinformation? What is worth knowing and what you shouldn't waste your time with? I think you're going to be the subject of someone telling you a bunch of things that could very well be gossip, and you really have to kind of pick the key things out and not let other people make your life dramatic. So I don't know if you're Pisces or not, but Pisces is in for quite a bit of drama these next few weeks. So don't let yourself get sucked into somebody else's drama.
Carmen, you didn't miss your turn. We did your reading. Just scroll back if you're on YouTube, which you are.
Yeah, you were right after Gloria.
Yeah, you're after Gloria. You were after Gloria. We did your reading. Please don't ask us because I can't remember what it was.
All right, you're Zach.
So we got Zach?
Yep.
Okay, Zach got a question, and I don't think he did. I'll just have a quick... There's too many chats going through. Just went through a breakthrough with the love of his life. Sorry.
Break up?
Break up. You know what? There is a mutually healing relationship indicated on the cards for you, though. Yeah. And it really is. This is, sometimes, and I can speak for personal experience here. Both Lisa and I have been through this. You set to, I was only ever going to get married once. I really was. I was, I waited until I considered myself old enough and mature enough. And believe me, I was a useless idiot as a kid. So I took my time, but even so, that didn't work out. And sometimes things don't work out. And at the time, it hurts, and it hurts really, really badly. But there is a healing relationship indicated for you. A mutually healing
So
relationship.
Even though you can't understand now why, it's because something much better is going to come.
That is true. I know that sounds lame, but that's actually what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
All right.
It's actually a blessing. All right. Leah has, does he still love me? Is it, basically.
Leah is a does he still love me?
Yeah. It says, will I meet someone new in my love life? New Taurus here. Does he still love me? I don't know. You're asking.
What is the question?
What is your question? Does he still love me? He keeps asking me. Maybe she's broken up with someone. I'm taking a guess. And will she meet someone new, or do they still love them? I guess that's it.
I don't really think that's one question. I think that's three. But what I'm going to say to you is everything does happen for a reason. And I think that the person that you broke up with was just way too fiery and way too contentious, and it doesn't matter if they still have feelings for you or not. If you're not together, exes are exes for good reason. So the Seven of Swords is all about someone stealing your possessions, or possessing you, or taking from you things you are not offering. So I think you were lucky to kind of get out of this toxic relationship.
Truthfully, well read. You know, don't just run away.
Claudia.
Seriously. All right, Claudia, I don't think has a question. Was on your list, weren't they? I don't know. I don't know. The fourth time.
Or more.
The fourth time or more this card has come up. Again, it's about... there's a parallel between the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, although whilst the Seven of Swords really does indicate malice aforethought, this does kind of, it's a very sort of hollow thing that's going on here. Don't let other people suck your energy away. Don't let them pee on your bonfire, truthfully, and I think that's what's happening at this moment in time. I think you're bigger than that, and I think you can move forwards from that. Just dust yourself down, you know, have a cup of tea, and move forwards. It's okay, you know, not everything goes swimmingly all the time, but through adversity we do make the stars. We absolutely do. Yeah.
All right. This is for Fairy V.
Okay. Message retracted, can't tell you what they wanted, so just tell them what they want.
Fairy V, change and renewal, wiping the slate clean and starting over.
Death card.
Taking a leap of faith in yourself and knowing that you can be all the things you want to be. You just have to get on with being it. So the things that you perceive are blocking you are only perception. So get over it, around it, under it, through it, past it somehow, and you will succeed.
Yeah, guys, we're already a quarter hour over where we said we were going to be with this. So unless you're on the list now, unfortunately, we can't get you in this week for a free reading. But, you know, do like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our channel. We do this not just once, we do this repeatedly. So
this is
check us out.
Ham Ginger Devil.
Oh, hello. Question or no? Ha ha! I like it. Yeah. I don't know why I've got the song stuck in my head all of a sudden, but that little operetta, was it Gilbert and Sullivan? When there are constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one. I don't know where that's coming from, but I feel there's like, sometimes it's awkward and difficult for you to exert the authority that you need to exert. Yet, you know, it is your duty and responsibility to do that, to maintain what needs to be maintained, to tell somebody, hey, you know what? You're crossing a line here. We need to just have a little chat and work this out, you know, and that's kind of not acceptable. So it very much is about, I don't know, having authority here. And you definitely do not lack agency. You definitely do not. So don't feel so hard. I know it's difficult sometimes to actually put your foot down and say no, but sometimes you do need to do just that. All right?
All right.
All right.
Jackie.
All right, Jackie.
Or Jackie, whatever.
Oh. Delivers.
I don't know why I want to say this, but I feel like you are going to grasp something that has been bothering you and eluding you. You know, much like when you're in school and you're trying to learn algebra, and it's like some foreign crazy language, and then one day the light goes on and you think, oh, I get it. And then that light just kind of illuminates everything else, and you come to a space where you know it all. So I feel like there's some sort of really great thing happening that's going to make it click for you.
How cool is that? Well, maybe not know it all, but at least know that there's stuff you don't know anymore.
Right. All right.
Something you learn.
Well, no, I think it's going to make things a lot easier. It's like, oh, Oh!
Oh, right then.
All right.
Light bulb.
Rada.
Okay, Rada had a question, and I'm pretty sure it's, are they going to hear from R? So, are you going to hear from R? Not a fucking again.
Oh my god. We've had this card like 7 times.
Yeah, I've asked for me to 2 times.
It's too funny.
Maybe it's the card of the day.
Some people deal with certain energy.
Yeah.
It is. I honestly think that there is, there's a quarrel going on right now.
This is a no, by the way. If it's a yes or no question, this is a no.
So basically, no, move on, love. Seriously, move on. You're worth more than that. You are so worth more than that.
Here's what I'm going to say. When you're waiting for somebody to contact you and they won't, and you contact them, the satisfaction is not the same. You think, oh, the only reason they're talking to me is because I called them and forced them to. And you'll be forced in that situation over and over and over unless you break this pattern. So.
Yeah, that'll be a no then. All right.
Andre!
He wants to know if he's going to get a job with a company called Farfetch in Portugal. Really, really wants to work for him. Thinks the job will be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You've nailed it.
And I'm going to say that you'll know within 6 days or so for sure. So this is all about victory. Victory. And you're right, you are going to love it.
You are so going to love it. And you know what? They're going to love you because it's that marriage. It's that perfect union of energies together that are...
Thank you so much, and we do this once a month.
We do.
So watch for it on Facebook. The events are listed. It says Facebook Live, but you really need to get in. We only do it for about an hour.
Yep.
We do 40 questions, which is a lot.
It is a lot.
So if you really want a question or a card, you got to come before the end.
Yep.
All right.
And so, listen, thank you, everybody. Please do like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you for any super chats and donations that were made.
Super chat donations.
We really
appreciate it. We so appreciate that.
Celtica,
please check out Celtica.org. You can see what we're about, what we're trying to build there. And if it's something you feel you'd like to support, we need your support. So thank you. You guys have been fabulous. It's been an awful lot of fun. Let me just put the link in for Celtica.org here. And then we will say goodnight for tonight. So, once again, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends. We want to be less of a well-kept secret. And thank you, everybody who's been so generous to support.